don't know why I continue to record videos, and I know that I haven't been posting any of them, but I feel like there's something to be said within these messages that will be shared at some point in my lifetime. But what it comes down to being is that I feel that I have been called to do something that is completely out of my own scope. I have read the Bible and to be honest, the Bible that I read is one that, it's the New Living Translation. So by saying that it's just a Bible that doesn't have all the philosophical words inside of it. So I was able to connect with it because it actually kind of made sense. And as I was reading each story within the Bible and each prophet and what they went through in their life and how it transpired and what the message was actually really truly saying was, it brought me inward. It brought me into my own subconscious. By reading the Bible, I found who God was for me. And I can fully say that with confidence and saying, you know what, if you don't believe in him, it's because you're looking for him on the outside when he lives on the inside of your subconscious. He is energy that transforms your whole existence within your living situation. How do you think that he is able to perform miracles for you? By bringing people into connection with you to align you into a higher consciousness of belief or trusting, or those miracles or those blessings that come across your table or right in front of your life. The biggest thing of all is that once you can limit the amount of thoughts that go through your mind, and that means controlling your mindset, having one focal point that cannot be disturbed. Meaning, once you read the Bible, there are little tricks and trades within it, little passages that help reground you. Hey, think about this when I say it. Or when you're struggling with fear within a situation that is occurring around you, do not fear. It's literally the simplicity within the Bible that has really triggered my subconscious to reprogram itself to erase all those limiting beliefs that I've had within my subconscious about what I thought the world really was. And there's dang sure two sides of the world. There is the worldly side where some people unfortunately are caught up in. And then there's the spiritual side that people can come into an awakening, but it's holding yourself accountable and making all the correct choices to continue to practice something with obedience and understanding that, you know what, you're not perfect. And so understand that this life that we live on the worldly side is programmed to draw us away from the true consciousness of what you're supposed to live within. Like I said, it's not an easy understanding to, this is my own. This is what I believe. This is what I know to be true for myself. And not everybody has to agree with it. And that is the beauty of it. Because if I were to go speak about something in this spiritual realm for myself, I can tell you what the love and compassion really is, but through my eyes. You're going to have to find that love and compassion through your own eyes. And you're going to have to practice it on a regular basis to perform something out here in this life. We're really big into manifestation. We're really big into just overall understanding of life in general. And it's becoming more of a movement, which is beautiful. And we're heading in the right direction for sure. But the number one thing that I know that I've never been taught is how to see it for yourself. How do you come into an alignment with understanding that you are exactly where you're supposed to be and exactly who you are, your spunk, your sass, your whatever it is that you got going for you, is meant to be there. But we're supposed to trigger it down. We are supposed to find full control within our mindset to limit certain situations, to work through whatever it is that is causing us chaos, or work through whatever it is that, feels uncomfortable, but always come back to a level playing field of love, gratefulness, just overall understanding that, have some compassion for others, because they're just trying to figure out life no differently than you are. Some people get caught up in the materialistic side of things, which is okay, but understand that you can dive so deep within that materialistic side that it gets you so caught up. Where's your grounding? Where do you come back to yourself and say, you know what? I'm not in competition with anybody. The only thing that I'm out here trying to do is be the best me that I can be. And that's all that you're supposed to do. That's all you're required within this life. That's why God granted us free choice to make the appropriate choices, to strive us forward. And it's solely your own mission. It's not, hey, you know what? Yeah, now that I know what I know, I need to go and project everything that I've learned onto the next person. That's not what I'm doing. I'm sharing something that I've experienced that will hopefully plant a seed somewhere in your subconscious that will say, that makes sense. Cool. That's all I needed to do. And that's why I've been called to come out here and share stuff like this. And it's solely based upon my own journey, my own understanding of life by reading the Bible. And a Bible that made sense, because there's so many different Bibles out here in this world, in this lifetime. But find one that connects with you. Because once something speaks to you, keep going with it. Because there's meaning behind why it even spoke to you in the first place. You can lose it. You can lose the meaning. You can lose the feeling, the spark, or whatever it else is that, that you're driving from. Because sometimes the worldly side takes you out of it. It takes you from understanding a perspective that comes from the world. Sometimes we're so caught up in our jobs because we want to perform. We want to meet quota. We want to, keep our means of living, which is understandable because that's the realm that we were raised in. Because we weren't taught the other side. Yeah, and I speak about churches too. Especially within, I grew up Catholic. I grew up in a realm that was very structured. But I can tell you the only thing that I really truly received from the Catholic Church was something to be afraid of. That was my own understanding. I may not have interpreted it in the ways that they were trying to portray it, but the only thing that was instilled in me was fear. Because I knew that I wasn't supposed to do something in a certain manner, which made me fearful of the next, whatever was to come. Which you're not supposed to fear. You're not supposed to be afraid of life. You're supposed to be excited for the things that come at you. Even the hard stuff. Even things that you don't want to deal with. Just simply sit there and come out into a realm of life that is, okay, I'm going through something right now that I have a choice to make. Either I'm going to stay stuck within this situation and let my feelings be so caught up in it to where I can't pass through it. Or see it for what it is. Truly analyze the situation that is occurring around you and find where your essence of being even is established within that. There's so many different forms of life that you insert yourself in. Like I said, I truly believe this is our movie. This is a movie script that we get to interact with. And by interacting in this life, you get to insert yourself where you feel like you want to. It's a choice of freedom, actual true freedom, not what we've been shown by any means. Because the only reason why I've come to this consciousness is because I've done the work. I put myself through the test. I've studied and analyzed my own self in each situation that has occurred around me. And I haven't lived the easiest of lives, that's for sure. I've had my fair share of struggles. I've done things that I'm not proud of. And you know what? I've come through it all. I've gained a higher consciousness and learned my lessons and actually put forth the practices that are within the Bible that show you a guide to a better, free life. It's out here, and God is within you. He is within your subconscious, but you have to understand how he maneuvers, which is through energy, and how we all are interconnected through that source. So when you ask yourself a question, be prepared for the answer and expect the answer, because it is going to show up at some point within your life. It's never when you want it. And you have to remember that, because he literally shows you the guide within the Bible. And if you want to master your own self, if you want to be the best you that you could have ever been, or if you want to match your highest timeline within your life, the Bible is the way through your own situation. The Bible is the guide that will help you see from within yourself. But you have to hold yourself accountable. And it's not easy holding yourself accountable, because sometimes you don't even know that you're playing in a realm that you're playing in. And until it slaps you in the face and you're like, oh, this does not feel good. And then when it doesn't feel good, that's when you know you can make a choice on understanding everything else that is truly meant for you. So we just keep going. We keep living life. We keep learning lessons. And it's an everlasting way of being. So those situations that occur around you that don't feel good or whatever, understand that you have an opportunity. You have an opportunity within yourself to step forward, step through it, and recognize your feelings. But those feelings are only meant to be experienced, not to be lived within. That's why you can come to a level of peace within your soul, of understanding that, you know what, there's some things that are for you and there's some things that are not. And the more and more you try to grab onto things that are not for you, you'll see the level of chaos in your life that doesn't feel good, or you're wondering why things are such a drag, or, energy based, you're going to feel it. And that's how God speaks to you. Hey, you don't like this? Well, move on to the next. Figure it out. Find a way through. Understand that there are multiple forms of communicating within yourself to realign your highest consciousness, because you have to reprogram everything within yourself. It's not easy, but I do know it is worth it, and I've experienced it, and I keep on experiencing it. And I was thinking that there was going to be some kind of magical button that I get to all of a sudden push and see within this realm of life in the worldly side. And I was going to be magically healed and cured and all this other. I don't know. It is not that way. An awakening is a true power force within yourself to finally believe in something that God is showing you. That is God's given gift to you. So the desires in your heart, don't run away from them, because they're there for a reason. Act on your passions, because those are planted in you to bring you joy and satisfaction in your life. And when you're aligned with it, it prospers. And God is the one that does it for you. You just sit back and say, I'm here, I'm showing up. Where do you want me to go? You'll lead me, and believe it, because it's all the truth. Because I'm living proof of it for myself. And sometimes you don't know until you know. And that's what makes it fun. And frustrating. And everything else under the book. But just keep loving yourself through it. Give yourself patience. Understand that it's coming to you. And know that you're okay with where you're at in this very moment. Because that's all you got to live for anyways. Is today, within this moment, and what you're doing, and where you're heading. Yeah, you don't have to worry about tomorrow, because tomorrow brings its own obstacles within that moment. So keep living, keep moving, keep striving to be the best you. Keep finding your inner voice, because sometimes that inner voice you're controlling. And sometimes it comes to you and you actually get that, hey, that did not come from me. It's a fun experience, and definitely one worth trying to search for yourself. Love you guys.